Hello everyone, how's it going today? Happy Wednesday! We are back for some more Lego building. This time we have the Shelby Cobra 427 to build, which is a pretty nice looking set, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and get it open. Should be just a one-stream build. I also have the other very similarly colored car that came out a few years earlier. Not the more famous GT500, no. I have one that could easily be converted into that, though. Although I think Rally's car is more light blue than dark blue. Oop. Lock the doors, as usual. We'll get to this one soon. This is the other one, Ford Mustang. But it's very similar. I think it's like the GT500 uses the same base or something like that. Same chassis. Just has like a more powerful engine or something. Alright, so there is bag number 2. There is the instruction booklet. We have the stickers, which I am not going to put on, because none of these are permanent display models for me. A bag with a single piece inside, the windshield. There's the wheels. Five, 6, 8. Oh wait, 7, 8. I think 8 is going to be the last one, so let's put those up there. Three, 4, 2, and 1. And we have a single bag with the windshield in it. And I think they do this specifically to prevent it from getting scratched up. I know that there's been a lot of complaints about that recently. And we have the tires. Lego is the #1 producer of tires in the world. I don't think I have any of these in white. Usually like black. I have a ton in blue. Gray. Brick separator. Toss that into the brick separator tub that didn't want to open for me. Demand refunds for scratches. I mean, I think you can theoretically demand or request a replacement, but I think that's one reason why they have decided to do that for this model. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Shelby Cobra 427 SC. The Shelby Cobra 427 SC was first released in 1965, driven by Carroll Shelby's ambition to produce a high-performance American sports car that could rival European models. Shelby, an accomplished race car driver and visionary entrepreneur, saw potential in combining a lightweight British AC Roadster chassis with the powerful Ford V8 engine. His relentless perseverance and track record convinced Ford Motor Company to collaborate on the project. The result would go on to dominate the racetracks and become a lasting symbol of American automotive mastery. There are some pictures of the Cobra. A defining part of racing history. As both race car driver and designer, Carroll Shelby is a legend. When asked, "What's your favorite car?" he would reply, "The next one." Eager to get people excited about the Cobra, he was concerned he wouldn't be taken seriously with only one car to show. So he repainted the first car several times to make it look like he was already successful and had several of them. With its aluminum body, robust Ford 427 V8 engine, and superior power-to-weight ratio, the Cobra series earned a wealth of championships and records, including a World Sports Car Championship in 1965 and clocking 198 miles per hour, 318 kilometers per hour, at 24 hours of Le Mans in 1967. From the LEGO Icons design team, our partners on this model, Shelby American, were incredibly kind when guiding us through the history of the Shelby Cobra 427 SC. True to LEGO Icons, this model sports the characteristic Cobra livery, gaping mouth, and a roll bar. Both the sides and rear fenders are angled, and we created new elements and combined advanced building techniques to capture the curvaceous silhouette. It even includes an opening hood, doors and trunk, working steering, a detailed engine compartment and interior, and even Carroll Shelby's signature on the dashboard. Okay. Howdy, Mr. Wolverine. How's it going? Ooh. Got a universal joint. These are actually pretty old. They are not in... Well, okay, admittedly, I don't get too many Technic sets, so I don't know how many sets there are in these days, but they're very cool. Hopefully it doesn't have a fiberglass body, otherwise a single tap of the pedal will send you flying. It did say aluminum. So I don't think I have these in blue either. Yeah, I mean, Bahamut, as the British say. Something about them being obsessed with lose, I think. I think that's why they pronounce it that way. It's gotta be. It's gotta be it. I don't know cars beyond just, like, recognizing, you know, sometimes recognizing them. Let's see. 2 in. It's the fact that you don't know how to spell the metal. It's actually not too difficult. But then again, if you haven't had to spell it, why would you? Unless you're a weirdo like me who likes words. Nope, I want the gray one. Interesting that they're using this as just like a spacer. It's not like it comes up in the average conversation. Oh, you'd be surprised. For example, did you know that the tip of the Washington Monument was made with aluminum? Because at the time, Aluminum was very hard to get, and it was shortly after they completed the Washington Monument and tipped it with aluminum that a refining method was discovered that made it super duper cheap. So basically it was put up there because it's like, this is more expensive than gold! And then it wasn't more expensive than gold after that. Oops. Fun little bit of hometown trivia from me. Oh, I don't remember the specifics on that. Just that I think before that they needed to find like native aluminum or something. Whatever it was, it became super duper cheap afterwards. Not long after they did that. Did I know that antimatter is the most expensive thing humans can make at the moment? I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't know that there's any way for us to transport it right now. So I'm not sure how much of that is truly manufacturing. Okay, and I think these are going to be the seats here. I mean, yeah, different purities and different uses are going to have different values, but like it was specifically used on the Washington Monument because it was considered a very expensive metal at the time, and then afterwards, it really was not. Not too long afterwards. Okay, this is new. Well, no, I think we might have gotten a set with one of these. A 1x3 Technic brick with 3 holes. That is definitely an odd piece. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that that does not appear to have any kind of stable nature. It's interesting how, like, and one of them is down in, like, I think the 70s rather than all up in the 100s. It's just interesting how, like, kind of odd it is that some of them are just unstable. I'm glad, Mr. Wolverine. Might recognize the elements used for the pedals. They are repurposed LEGO minifigure utensils. Yeah, I didn't really have it. Like, I would love to have some royalty-free kind of synthwave music. This is the best I could do right now. Kind of represent speed in cars and stuff like that. I mean, not a rogue AI. I do have a glass of water. Well, a cup of water. So I will hydrate just for you. I wonder what other Lego vehicles have actually had pedals in them. Can't think of any. Did find a container with the parts for one of the old Lego Technic supercars. Don't really do Lego Technic supercars anymore. They're basically like real big Technic vehicles that had you know, like a transmission. You could even power them. It'd have the cylinders that you could see moving, gear shifters, that kind of thing. Pretty neat. I had a few of them. I think I might have had 2. They were certainly neat. But now they're doing all like licensed vehicles, which I guess some of them probably count as supercars to a certain extent. I don't know. I haven't bought any of them, so don't know how they stack up. Okay, get that through there. Get that in there. So this is going to be for the steering, I think. And indeed, 6L axle and the universal joint. And of course, this is why the universal joint is so neat, is that you can put it at an angle and get it to turn. There we go. Okay, and then we're getting this kind of Y. That's very flexible. I think this is like part of wishbone suspension kind of thing. I think that's what it's called. Okay, we want the socket to face up. Get that in there, and then push that through. There we go. Second one here. And that goes all the way through. And then a three-way ball joint piece with a Technicolor. It's terrible, Bahamut. You should apologize to everyone. Yeah, I was playing this music on... this is Stellaris. This is all music from Stellaris. I used it on Starflight 2, because it was a bit of a quiet game, shall we say. There we go. So right now, this could move like that, but we don't want it to. We want this to get on through. There we go. It's a classical pun. Mm-hmm. No one appreciates the classics. Well, it seems like people are appreciating Tecmo Secret of the Stars, so... Surprisingly enough, that is doing a lot better on my channel than Tales of Berseria, that I thought would do better. Interesting is definitely one way to put it. That is definitely a way to put it. I want to be careful about that, Nadaroge. I don't want to drink... You actually don't want to drink too much water at once. That can actually be harmful. I have actually done this wrong. Can I flip it up? Get this right. Let's see. Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. That'll work. Okay. It was actually pouring here earlier, which is really good because my car could use a wash. Okay, turn that around. Get that in there. On this side, alright, so we want 2 orange ones here and here, and 2 gray ones here and here. And then we connect them up with this. I guess it's spacers. It's actually unusually cool for this time of year here. Okay, and then this one down here. Okay. So we want that there. Gotta get this into the technicals. There we go. All right. All in. Pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. And this popped off back here. There we go. Okay, then we have the 1x5 S brackets. One there. One there. 1x2 plate right there. One by 2 tile slopes here and here. After this is done, Ald will be a certified Ford mechanic. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fix your Ford. Trust me. Alright, spare parts. That is, yeah, dark gray friction half pin, black friction pin, a red 3L bar, silver fork, and silver spoon. Bag number 2. Also, remember, you won't always have a web browser handy. Okay, there's a whip in this bag. There's a whip in this bag. Why didn't they just put them both in the same bag? Hey, come back here. It would have made sense. It probably would have been cheaper. So it's rather odd. Well, they're under the hood, not a rogue AI, obviously. That's why they call it horsepower. Duh. One by 4 by 2 panels. A red flower right there. And a bracket. Okay, 2 by 4. 2 by 2 corner is there. And a 1 by 1 upward bracket, And beige 1x2 plate. Then do the horses love horseradish? Oh yeah, they do. They definitely do. Howdy Makoto, how's it going? Alright, 1x2 to 1x2 to 2x2 downward brackets. And 1x2 smooth slopes. Me too, Bahamut. Someone stole mine in middle school. Very, very not happy about that. Oh, another... Wait, did I went too many pages. Accidentally hit my mouse or something. Alright. Another one of these blue 1x2 Technic bricks with a 1x2 plate in the back. Another red flower. Oh, I don't even think I got a year of use out of mine. Okay, and we have these 1x1 cylinder tiles with a top bar or handle. And that goes on right there at an angle. There we go. Okay, so that is going to go there. We slide the steering axle through it. And get that right on there. Does not take much to turn that wheel, that is for sure. Speaking of, has anyone ever had their power steering fluid go out? Or their power steering system go out when driving? That's fun. And by fun, I mean not fun. Actually, I think what happened was my car lost power or something. It, a very long time ago, but and I was like, right as I was about to get home anyway. So I was able to stop it in the neighborhood. But yeah, pretty difficult to turn the wheel. You had your electronic brake module break. Ooh, oof. No, I was going more for the had it go out and then tried to steer your vehicle. not easy. So I don't think I have any black 2x3s with a single cutout, 1x1 cutout. Definitely have some odd colors of this piece. It's good to get this in other colors. Well, I just love when it's like a rear projection screen, so on a not actually moving car, and they're just like, you know, moving the wheel like this. I don't know if you've ever been on like an empty road and tried doing that in your car. It's not a way to move your car. It really is not. Yeah, when the power steering goes out, it's really tough to steer. Like, just to get it to and that's probably why old cars, you have to really turn the wheel a lot, because you had to gear it such that to get it to actually move that much weight, kind of thing. But I don't know for sure. Carroll Shelby famously signed many glove compartment covers of Shelby cars. They may have. Am I telling you that motion pictures engage in visual shenanigans and trickery? Yes. That is exactly what I am telling you. It's almost as if it's movie magic. That's why you don't want to have a driving license. Not something you want to deal with. You've had older members of your family complaining about that with you not wanting to drive. Nothing wrong with not wanting to drive. Legend has it that Carroll Shelby would tape a $100 bill to the car's dashboard, promising anyone who could reach it before the car hit 60 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour, could keep it. Allegedly, the car's acceleration pushed passengers so far back in their seats no one was ever able to reach and claim the prize. And we have the Cobra logo on the steering wheel. There we go. And it actually turns the wheels. Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't paid much attention to recent movies. I think there's been a bunch of car movies recently, though, like, past few years. "2019 was just like 2 years ago, not a rogue AI. That was super duper recent. Alright, get that on there. That on there. And this is going on to the front here. There we go. I mean, food is good, Mr. Wolverine. I do enjoy food. Keep looking away, but with your headphones on, you keep thinking it's noon on Saturday. If only. Okay, there we go. Okay, another one. Oh, no. Secret of the Stars has a worse encounter rate. I'm pretty sure those games do not allow you to have an encounter one step after another. That's why I find it so egregious getting into a fight literally one step after I've had one. Encounter rate equals 1, yes, pretty much. You got Friday off, so noon on Saturday is halfway through your time off? Nice. And hey, there will be Lego building on Friday as well. Alright, 4x4. We have these 1x1 curved top, half curved top pieces. 2x3, and we have the 3x3, 2x3s with cutouts. Okay, so that is going to go in right there. I think this is supposed to be part of the engine block here. Alright, white 1x1 cylinder tiles. And whips. And we get the whips into a 1x1 with 2 side studs. Get a flower on top. That goes down there, and this goes right there. No idea what that is supposed to be. No idea. All you know when you pop the hood is what fluids to pour and where? Yeah, exactly. And by that, I mean the wiper fluid, which I need to get more of. I should take my car into the shop, get an oil change and everything. Not because I've put 3,000 miles on it. I think I've put like 500 on since I last did it. But it's been like a year since the time when I was supposed to get an oil change, you know, so, you know. I really don't put many miles on my car. I would love to get an electric vehicle for that reason. 427 SC Cobra is named after the number of cubic inches in the car's beating heart, the Ford 7-liter engine. Something like that. Something like that. There are a lot of electrics out there, at least. Alright, okay, we've got a light aqua, which is not what I was expecting to see inside a Shelby Cobra. Another 1x1 there. I'm guessing that this is some sort of fluid compartment. else that would be. Just build one out of Lego? Oh, I definitely do not have enough parts. Definitely do not have enough parts. Little flowers on the corner. As you do, you know. Perfectly normal in a on a Shelby Cobra. Alt could build a 1-to-1 scale out of this car, you're sure? Though maybe not make it as functional. I most definitely could not. Okay, I think we're gonna get something popped in there eventually. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could not with my Lego collection. Like, it would take a lot of pieces. It would take a lot of pieces. I have a pretty good sized collection, but I don't think it's that big. Alright. I mean, part of it is also needing the right parts. Okay, so we have 2 extra whips in black. White 1x1 tile, gray 1x1 tile with round end, white 1x1 cylinder tile, silver 1x1 cylinder tile with Cobra print, Shelby Cobra print, 1x1 cylinder tile in gray with dial print, gauge print, gray 1x1 tile with handle, 1x1 plate flowers in red and gray, 1x1 cylinder plate in trans orange, 1x1 cylinder plate with under clip, and a beige 3/4 pin. Alright. Bag number 3. Suddenly some slight smell makes you want a fried pork chop. That's the fried pork chop that I slipped into your house. Not a rogue AI. Yep, I did. I mean, it might be poisoned. But you won't know until you try it. Get a haunted toaster, maybe it'd turn bagels into pork chops. I think that would take a little bit more than a haunting. mean, that would be a pretty impressive feat, all things considered. I'm actually not a big fan of pork chops. Would help if I got it on the right hole. Okay, get that right on there. Silver 2x2 radar dish. 2x2 tile with center stud. Angle connector with stud. And a bar with ball joint. And there we have the stick shift. The Amityville toaster, make breakfast spooky. Spooky toast from toaster. Spooky... Is that a reference to something as well? Oh, okay, that's the reference. Okay, got it. It is not a reference that I am familiar with. Thought Lord Canis was just saying something. Alright, I want an upward bracket. There it is. 1x2 with a ball socket. Something that you have memorized for over 22 years? I mean, that happens. I still recall all the lines that I had in my my single acting foray in 5th grade. So, you know, I remember all of my lines. Admittedly, it's only 2 of them. From a 5th grade production of Julius Caesar. Another red flower. A lot of red flowers in this. Ah, but do you remember your lines, Mr. Wolverine? That's the question. Alright. 1x1 Technic bricks with axle holes. You had none. Well, I suppose technically that means that you have memorized those lines. Sixth grade class did the Wizard of Oz. You were upset that you were cast as the Cowardly Lion. You wanted to be a flying monkey. I think I had to have a role, and so I took the role with the fewest lines. You don't remember your lines. Ah, terrible. I mean, I didn't want to be in it, so I had to be in it. I think my sister was in Hamlet for her fifth grade class, and I think she was the king. She actually performed at the Folger Shakespeare Theater. I don't think I did, but I might have. I don't remember. How did we get from Toasters to Hamlet? It's a wild, wild tale. Wild tale. Full of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Don't go flying. Stay in my fingers. Jeez. No, no, no. Just sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And a moose. Don't question it. I do love all the dark blue in this set. It's very, very nice. One of the reasons I got the set. Oh, no, no, Mr. Wolverine, a moose bit my sister once. Howdy, little bunny. How's it going? This goes on right there on the bottom. I have no idea what this is at all right now. Like... Oh, no, okay. I think that this is going to be where the door is. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Yes, the lump on my arm is down to like grape-sized. It is crazy how long that is lasting. Like, it was gigantic there for a few days. And I felt like I had the flu. But hey, I won't get pneumonia. Yeah, where I got the vaccine. Pneumococcal vaccine. Was a crazy time. Yes, not a rogue AI. Like, I went into the doctor for other things, and it was just kind of like an afterthought. But now I know, get that on a Tuesday when it's not going to interrupt my my Monday stream. Because that was a thing. It was a thing. You like the toaster that turns bagels into pork chops? I'm sure a lot of people would. I'm sure a lot of people would. So we have a silver 1x2 grill tile slope. I think this is the first set that I've had both different 1x2 slopes in. They do have the same form factor. Don't use waffles with it. What do you have against waffles, sir? No waffles! Very expensive, yeah. I was wondering if they were going to get like a something to fit this angle, but nope. Nope, this is just a grill thing fitting in there. You'd get back a toasted human hand if you use waffles with that toaster. Okay, so use waffles with it. Understood. Look, who am I to turn down the other white meat? Yeah, you want to go buy some Eggos out of spite? Eggo waffles are delicious. I do like a little waffle with my syrup. I don't see a problem there, Nadaroge, eh? So we've got a quarter dome. And that is going on right here to make it easier to open and close the door. Design up an old Lego car to look realistic like this car? You'd need more space than the old 4-wide Lego cars. That's one of the reasons why they've moved to 6-wides, generally. Okay, and let's see. Right there for the inner door handle. Okay, and then this goes on right there. The Lego teacup represents the single wing mirror. Vomit, but no waffles. But what about Waffly the Waffle Sprite? It's terrible. Can't believe it. Okay, turn it around to the front side, and we get the lift arm. This one goes through here. This one goes here. And... actually, no, it goes right there. There we go. Black 1x2 tile right there. And then a 1x1 with 2 bars. That is right there. Oh. Oh, that is neat. If you don't pull it off. So it doesn't exactly prevent the door from being opened any further because it's very easy to pull that apart. But that's neat. Okay, we get brushed silver pin connectors. So this is brushed silver. It's basically got like a coating on it. So it's not like a chrome finish, it's a brushed finish. This does look Technic-Fig scale. I don't think it well, the problem is actually there's not enough leg room. That's what the problem is. So that goes there. That goes right there. Okay, and like I thought, there would be something going in right there. What else do we have connecting up? Okay. Connects up there and there. There we go. So there's actually a whole lot to go on back here that we have not even gotten on yet. Okay, spare parts. Black 1x1 tile slope, dark blue 1x1 plate, dark blue 1x1 quarter cylinder tile, black angle connector with stud, gray roller skate, and gray teacup. Bag number 4. I mean, to be fair, they don't actually make this for fig scale, for any kind of fig scale. I don't think I have my Scale-A-Fig around here. I need to find my other figs. I like my Technic Fig and one of my Technic Figs and stuff like that. I kind of want to get some more Scale-A-Figs too. Okay, so we're going to do the other side, basically a mirror of this one. Now, I do have a vehicle. Before I build it, I definitely need to get my my Scale-A-Fig out, because I believe it is unintentionally Scale-A-Fig size. And that's great. But I also need to get some of my Belleville figs, because they might be better fits. Howdy, Red Hyena. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you very much for that resubscription. 32 months. Very nice. National Lampoon Christmas set. Yeah, that was the that was announced for an upcoming LEGO Ideas. It was in the 2025 review. And howdy, Mike and Stabby. How's it going? That is what they're doing, Red Hyena. Bacon grilled cheese flavored chips. That would be pretty good. Cheese flavored chips are always good. Although I'd probably like crackers better than chips. Howdy, Kinchier. How's it going? Now, the big question is going to be whether they're going to follow that up with Christmas Vacation 2. With the Christmas Vacation 2 set. They're not going to. No one likes that movie. They should do a Wally World set. I mean, you can make it and submit it. Your preferred cheese crackers are better cheddars? So I like, I I like Cheez-Its, but not the standard standard Cheez-Its. White cheddar or the ones that I've been getting these days are the duos. That is a Parmesan cheese and pesto flavored pear. That's pretty good. Oh, is it mozzarella? Ah, my bad. Ranch flavored Cheez-Its. Some people just want to watch the world burn, don't they? Oh, especially the flavor blasted goldfish. Those are the best. I have not gotten these in dark blue. I don't think they made them in dark blue before this one. No, they're not, Bahamut. Like, it's a proven fact that they are not tasty. Proven fact. No, no pickles everywhere. Bad dragon. Naughty dragon. Someone needs to bop you with a newspaper. We are pretty close to our goal for the Artemis rocket. And I think it might be on sale this coming May 1st. Where is the bracket? There it is. Now the tile slopes. Lil Bunny, that's what you get the hard copy of The Onion on. Newspaper print. Just about finished with work. Excellent. Hopefully it has been not an annoying, difficult day. Oh yeah, The Onion does physical media. Probably not everywhere, though. But I think you can get a subscription to it and get it delivered. Mostly delivering presentations, so your voice is sore. Not bad otherwise. Well, I'm glad it wasn't bad otherwise. I know they used to have like newspaper, the newspaper boxes here in DC. I don't know if they still do. Yeah, there needs to be something to subsidize, like, actual local papers. Oops. Get that robot arm back in there. And there's the 2x2 half tile. Need the inverted slope, curve slope. Like, I don't think newspapers would die if they didn't suck so much right now. There is something kind of nice about sitting down and reading an actual newspaper. But I mean, my quote-unquote hometown paper is the Washington Post, and that is just being utterly destroyed. And it angers me to no end. Yeah, Google and Facebook have a lot to answer for completely destroying the economy of print advertising. Howdy, Minor Trader. How's it going? Pretty good. That's excellent. I'm doing well myself, all things considered. Which does take a lot of considering, but, you know. Maybe you're slowly learning not to worry as much even when things don't go well or how you wanted? Well, that's pretty good, actually. Like, just being able to take things in stride, yeah. That is pretty healthy. Howdy, Shield of Hope, how's it going? So we have this door on now. Alright, turn it around. We get the lift arm in here. Speaking as a journalism major from the early 2000s, saw the conception of the current state of news reporting, and it was part of why you dropped out. That's a shame. It is a vital job that we really need more of, especially locally across the country. One by two tile there. Alright, now let's make the exhaust manifold thingy. Okay, 5 of those brushed aluminum pin connectors. And the curved one. Okay. Get that there. Connect that in right there. There we go. No, not a rogue AI. It died when the, there were a couple things. Number one, the, monopolization of online advertising. 2, the pivot to video. That was all bullshit and a lie. The people who did it knew it was a lie. 3... I completely blanked on what the third one was. It was in my head just a moment ago. Really, the buying of a lot of the media is the final kind of death knell. But really, it was the monopolization of online advertising and the flat-out lying pivot to video thing. That's what really did it. Let's see. The sides of the Lego model are ever so slightly angled to represent the swooping lines of the real-life cars. Pardon me. Ever so slightly angled to represent the lines of the real-life car's bodywork. Oh yeah, they are. I did not notice that. Huh. Alright, that's interesting. Actually, yeah, no, that's another good thing. News media being able to see what actually gets people to read, what people actually read. Because when you print a newspaper, you actually have no idea what people read in that. And that's actually good. That is actually something that you want to have for news media, because you need to include things that maybe don't get read as much as the actual important things. Like, the second people in charge could see what got people reading, like on a minute basis, Things just went to pot. Alright, and this goes right here. And we get just 2 of these on this side rather than 3. There we go. Okay. So now on to bag number 5. Golden hot dogs. And I haven't had too many of these pieces. I think I've only gotten 2 of them. A small vehicle. Lots of printed tiles here. Alright. Also, we are going to need the windshield eventually. Okay. We are also going to need some of the tools that are in here. But we'll hold off until we actually need those. Actually, we need one right now. Alright, so we have 2 packs of minifig tools. A lot of these are similar, very similar to tools that were in the old wheel sprue thing of tools. And this is going right there. That is really very much on the passenger side, so I have no idea what that is supposed to be. Yeah, we really have not gotten the back at all yet. Nope, alright. We are already doing the windshield. Alright, 2 by 10 by 3. That is the form factor of this windshield. Did anyone see that post about AI resume reviewers favoring their own writing? I'm not surprised. Like, if you have a system designed to analyze something, it is going to prefer its own output because its own output is in the format that it already likes, kind of thing. I mean, honestly, other than just like playing around, I really do feel like any use of AI is just bad. Any general use, I should say. There might, like, I don't know enough about specialized fields to know if specialized AIs like machine learning that's specifically designed to analyze like X-rays, and that's all it's trained on, and that's all it does. I have no knowledge on the quality of that. But everything else, like general large language stuff, nah, garbage. Garbage. Really should only be used for playing around. And that's it. Yes. Okay. I was like, there should probably be something on these. There we go. Got the windshield there. Little tiny roof. I know that's not what it is. Okay, and dark blue 1x2 rail tiles. One by ones with clips. I don't know that you want my weather. I mean, it is warmer, but it's only 53. And I don't want my hands to crack. Get a humidifier. That's what I did. I actually took apart my humidifier because I need to get a new filter for it, and it's at a point now where I don't need it. Oh my god. There was a lot of scaly buildup, let's just say. Alright, 2x4 tile with a dark blue line. I don't need to humidify the world outside. I just need to humidify my house. There we go. Get that right there. It should help. Even if it just raises the humidity by a few percentage points, that could be good. Like for me, I know that when it gets cold outside and it drops down to 37% humidity, that's when things start going not fun. For me and my hands and the house and my computer equipment and everything like that. So if the humidifier can keep it 39, 40, that's good. I wouldn't know not a rogue AI because my nose has, I've had to get my nose cauterized for bleeding, so that's... It's kind of something I'm used to. Well, like, if you could, you know, you might be able to, close some of your doors, kind of thing. So when you're on your computer, you know, you close the door to that room or something like that, so that it's getting the humidity, it's not going to the rest of the house. 32% humidity, but it doesn't feel like it. That 32% is pretty low when it's cold. 32% is very low. Oh, a single room apartment? That's fair enough. I figure there were at least a couple rooms, like, you know, bedroom, bathroom kind of thing. Well, run the humidifier for a bit, see if it goes up. Even a few percentage points can help. I mean, and everyone's different. Maybe not a rogue AI. Maybe there's not a whole lot of wildlife to come in. See, I would be very annoyed at bugs. Not that there's a whole lot of bugs outside, but... Every German lives deep in the woods and hangs fresh meat by their windows. Alright, 4x4 tile right there. And 4x4 tile right there. So get the air scoop there. And this goes right here. You've seen stuff like coyotes and bears in cities? Well, but that depends on the city. I mean, I don't think you're going to have a whole lot of coyotes in Germany. There's a little bit of an ocean in between. There we go. Hood is closed. Have you seen dragons in cities? I have, actually, yeah. We are pretty sneaky, though. It's very easy to miss us. we go. 1x4 plate. And now dark blue brackets on the sides. Okay, white 1x2 tile there. Dark red 1x1 tiles with top clips. Okay, let's see. Dark blue brackets, dark blue tile slopes, and black ingot tiles. Okay, front grill using appropriately enough grill bricks or corrugated bricks. Yay, more corrugated bricks. Because I don't have enough. Alright, this goes on right there. Dark blue 1x1 plate. Alright, there we go. And then mirrored on the other side. You actually need more card binders for your Magic the Gathering collection. Why am I not surprised? It's almost like you collect them. Alright, Mr. Wolverine, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. Currently at almost 10,000 Magic the Gathering cards. Wow. I only have like 2,700. You have surpassed me, good sir. Which I suppose isn't that hard. I have a few more Lego bricks than that. Just a few, though. And gold-colored Lego sausages are used as oil lines here. Oil lines? Wasn't expecting oil lines. Are there tournaments for my Lego? You know. You could say that, to a certain extent. I will tap my 1x2 corrugated brick. Oh no, you blocked with your gold hot dog. That sausage. There we go. So we got car fenders on the front. Okay, now we need the socket wrench. And another socket wrench. Was there ever an eggplant Lego? No, there is not an eggplant Lego piece. At least not yet. And an ice skate on the front. I would never have let them build anything with my collection. They actually probably got them straight from LEGO. A blue stud white burp? There are white burps. I don't know about a blue stud white burp. I know what you're referencing, though. Why scared that Mythbusters would blow the LEGO up? Because that's my LEGO and they can't blow it up. They're not allowed to. Blow up someone else's. Well, I suppose I could have let them have yellow bricks. What am I going to do with yellow bricks? But the rest, nuh-uh. No siree. There is no damaging my LEGO. Unless I'm doing it. Which I have before. I have intentionally damaged some LEGO pieces. I actually made a... took some LEGO katanas and made some LEGO wakizashis. Okay, we got 2x3 plate with round end and hole. There we go. These are pretty neat pieces with the curved end going from a curved slope here to a curved slope here. It's pretty nice. Very smooth. All right, there we go. So this is going to be connected by two clips right now. These are going to be pushed in to connect them in, though. Let's get that in there. Because we got this at more of an angle here. And then... get that in. Get that in. There we go. It's pretty nice so far. Okay, spare parts. Dark blue 1x1 tile. Gold hot dog. Red plate flower. And a silver ice skate. All right, bag number 6. The goal was to have a ball with 5 million bricks. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't even have a fifth of that, so... Alright, let's see. Dark blue heart plates. Hey, if Lego wanted to send me 10 million pieces, I'd be happy. I don't know where the heck I'd put them. To the point where I probably couldn't put them anywhere. I don't think I could fit them inside my house. The only way the ball would stay together at all would be glue. Well, that would depend entirely on the building techniques used. $10 million round 1x1 cylinder plates. So it would depend on the colors, actually. There's actually a lot that you could do with that. You could make some really nice cobblestone streets if they're in grays. All yellow? No, there's nothing you can do with that. Nothing at all. People have tried for years to come up with uses for yellow 1x1 cylinder plates. Beyond, you know, I mean, like, 1 or 2 pieces kind of thing. And there is no use at all. They've tried and failed. So there's a headlight. I mean, let's see. I do have... Oh, is that going to be accessible? Hold on. Where did I put those? I thought they were right here. Hold on. Oh yeah, there they are. They're just on a different shelf than I thought they were. Just move some things around. Okay. Something fell. It's fine. Okay. Two containers full of 1x1 plates. Specifically, old gray, and I will try to show off the difference. I'm not sure how well it'll come in. Old light gray, new dark gray. Also, you just got food in your Rubbermaid containers. Oh no, these aren't Rubbermaid. These are Glad. I don't actually have many Glad ones. I mostly have I mostly have Ziploc. That is very light gray. And other than these 1x1 pieces, plates, this was primarily only used for in Scala sets. What I got all of these from, there was a all right, let me zoom it back out. Look at that. Delicious 1x1 plates. So Lego had a mosaic that, you know, you could upload a picture, you get a 48 by 48 base plate, and you would get an appropriate number of 1x1 plates to put onto the mosaic to make basically a 5-color grayscale mosaic. Black, white, dark gray, old light gray, and old very light gray from Scala. That's what all of this is. And I didn't make any pictures. I just figured out exactly. So basically, what they would do is they would calculate how many of this piece you needed in the thing, and they had pre-sorted bags with, I think, maybe 100 1x1 plates in it, and so you'd get enough of each of those to make your mosaic. You'd always have extras left over. I calculated out exactly what the optimal assortment was to get the most number of bags of 1x1 plates. And created just like I guess it wasn't 48 by 48. I think it was 46 by 46 pixel image that was just like black, white, dark gray, light gray, very light gray. Uploaded that and got my mosaics that way. To maximize the amount of 1x1 plates that I got. And those are and I did that for I did 3 or 4 of those or something. I don't remember exactly how many. So that's where I got all of those 1x1 plates. Okay, that is going on right there. Nope, not dark blue. I need gray. Trixie Dragon, yeah. Unfortunately, they did a thing recently. I think they had black, white, light gray, dark gray, and yellow. So I didn't get any of those. I should, though. But I used those to make roads one time for a Brickfest event, where I made a whole bunch of road sections, and people signed up to put medieval town buildings inside, in a layout. And so that's what I used a lot of those for. Unfortunately, I discovered why LEGO tends to use 1x2 tiles and 2x2 cylinder tiles with center studs for that. Because minifigs tended to pull the cobblestones off. How much would 10 million LEGO cost? I mean, 10 cents per piece is the average, but it depends on the individual pieces. Is Friday going to be a big set? I don't know yet. You'll have to tune in on Friday to find out. I mean, I have done a bunch of big sets. And I do have a bunch of little sets. But who knows? I mean, this isn't a small set. Okay, so that goes right there. So they're not actually using the hinge for a hinge. It's just used as a structural element there. $1 million, much worse if you buy them through licensed sets. Yes. Well, but it depends on the licensed set, and it depends on the parts. Like, I mean, if you're buying all the same part, in fact, LEGO might even give a discount if you're buying that many of one part. I don't know what the heck you'd do with 1 million, 10 million of a single part, though. Do I like the LEGO Shrek sets? I mean, I've never been a Shrek person. I do kind of want the lime green goblets from the Brickhead set, so I might get that one. But otherwise, I don't really care. Can't get Sand Red or Maersk Blue. You get Sand Green, though. And Sand Blue. Those are great colors. Wonderful colors. Lovely colors. I don't know, I have not heard from him in a while. I was thinking about him just the other day. I mean, things come up in people's lives, you know? It's also entirely possible that I said something that pissed him off. I don't know. Like, it's impossible to really know. I've had other people leave for things I said. Nope, we have not finished the animal series. There we go. Right, another red flower. The set really loves its red flowers. Okay, that is on this side. So again, this hinge is not being used as an actual hinge. Need to find the bottom. There it is. It's just being used as a structural element. Like, obviously, they want to minimize the footprint here. So that's probably why they are not using a slope there. And that's probably because of the tire that's going to be under there. Keep thinking this car is Technic, but it isn't. Thankfully. I did actually order a Technic set. So I do have a Technic set to build. It's not a big one. I thought it was kind of neat. Alright, so let's get the curved piece there. And the curved piece there. There we go. Nice, smooth sections. Okay. I think this might be the rear end. Also, we got that printed. Pretty sure you've seen a car like this in a TMNT game on NES. It is a pretty famous car. I do not know TMNT on the NES very well, so I could not say if it was in there. You can see Rocksteady and Bebop driving that. They even named a G.I. Joe faction after it. That would actually be amusing if they did. Alright, there we go. Let's see, red bracket. No, I got that. I'm just saying it would actually be amusing if it was like someone was like, you know, when they were thinking about what to name things in G.I. Joe, it was like someone was like, well, what do we name it? I don't know, I got a Cobra. Hey, you know, Cobra sounds pretty good. I doubt it because it's not exactly that unusual of a name for something bad, considering, you know, Cobra Kai in Karate Kid. A certain someone manga artist named his character after pants. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this goes on right there. Hilarious automobile horror story. Your friend working on your truck took a look at the fuse box of the truck. Somehow the turn signals are wired into the headlights, and your dad is no longer allowed to do maintenance on the truck ever again. Did he have a sheepish look when that came out? We'll see what Technic said when I decide to build it. Sure, it made sense at the time. Pretty sure some of the wiring in the house that I'm living in was done by the previous owners, and it was not good. Yeah, see, like there's a number of things that I will not touch in houses and vehicles, and electrical, that's one of them. I ain't doing it. I'm not touching that. I know enough to know I don't know enough. Alright, turn it around, and we get a 5L beam. I don't know what you mean by NASA 1. Alright, let's see. Blue, beige, and then blue. Oh, the NASA Artemis rocket? You have your window open and a group of kids from the sound of it got into trouble? I mean, they're kids. It's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to building the icons Artemis. Good old self-done house wiring. Pretty sure you've said this before, but took some lessons in school for installing lighting wires and such. One guy installed his wires with backwards colors. He got told off by the teacher, and the guy replied, "Ah, who cares? It'll work all the same." Yeah. And then someone gets electrocuted. There's a reason they're color-coded. So people working on it can just look at it and know, oh yeah, this is how it's going, so they don't accidentally kill themselves. Ah, they were on candid camera. Sweet. Yeah, Wolfon, that is definitely the kind of person who should be drummed out of an electrician school. It's like, well, you're not passing now. I have not decided yet. I rarely decide on that until it is actually time to do so. Strong element in my life of why think about things that I don't need to think about right now. So these are the rear axles, I believe. Not very much. That's not the scale it was, not a rogue AI. Tisk, tisk, tisk. This is important all the lore that you have forgotten. It's terrible. Okay, so there, flip that upside down, and that goes in right there. Ooh, I wonder if this is gonna... That could just turn like that. Ooh, I wonder if that's what they're gonna do. I don't know. It was a starter course. We all specialized into electronics later on, but yeah. No, I mean, like, there's an element of, like, if you don't understand why that is done that way, and you're like, who cares? That's a bad sign for things later on. That's a canary in the coal mine kind of thing. It's like, you're not going to be taking future safety stuff seriously. 1/28th seems more reasonable than 1/60th or 1/48th. I mean, maybe, but that's not the scale that I made it at. It's important all the lore that you have forgotten. Okay. And yes, indeed, that does get turned down that way. And that goes right here. Well, the bits goal would be something new that I would make that's a set. There's the clip. Now I'll take a look at either what's out or what's coming out. That probably won't do something quite as big this time, though. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, haven't really decided what the next goal will be. I mean, if we hadn't made this one, which, you know, we're gonna make pretty soon. And even if we don't quite make it, it's close enough. I'll still generally buy the thing, but it is nice when we make the goal. Okay. And this is gonna go on right there. Is currently held on by a single Technic pin. So we lock it in with these two. Get that so that it doesn't move very much. Oh, and I definitely missed. Alright, there's a little bit of give on that. I would rather get that all the way in, but I'm not able to like get enough of a grip on the axle. There we go. There we go. All right. Spare parts: gray 1x1 tile, cylinder tile with top peg, gray 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, dark blue 1x1 plate, and white half bushing. Okay. Bag number 7. Oh no, so Wolfon, that was that's from a story where Shelby would put a $100 bill on the dash or like tape it or something like that, and if someone could grab it before the car reached 60 miles per hour, then they could have it. And this was in $60s, so quite a bit more than $100 today. But the acceleration, of course, would push them back into the seat. Okay. I think one of these is an extra. It is 13. 13 long. You wish you could just grab money off of cars like that? You don't care if it's current day money? Preferably current day money, of course. Well, a $100 bill from back then would still be considered legal tender. So you could still use it for $100. But you might be able to sell it for more than that if it's in... if it's still crisp and... like uncirculated. I have some uncirculated, or like virtually uncirculated bills that that I got from a garage I used to park at in an ATM downtown. And I have just put them aside in case they are ever worth something, and they won't be, but you know, I could always leave it to my heirs and say, save this, see if it's ever worth something. Just walk around looking into cars to see if anyone left money on the dash, then break the window and take it. Yeah, that's it's a great plan. It's a great plan. I would recommend not doing that. Someone that did that to my father on his Pinto. Yes, he owned a Pinto. They stole a grand total of like 50 cents. No, his Pinto never exploded. I love the Pinto joke in Top Secret. It's like one of the few dated jokes. Yes. Yes, Bahamut. The gas tank was in a very poor position. It was positioned a little bit too close to the rear bumper. So it didn't really explode. It just caught fire. But that's still, you know, you really don't want your cars to have thermal incidents. Yeah, I kind of wish he hadn't, because then he wouldn't have been around to wreck the 2000 election, you know? Someone broke into your old VW Vento once. Idiot smashed both front windows and still couldn't get inside or steal anything. You had a CD player just loosely in place because it didn't quite fit in the slot with all the custom wiring, and they didn't get that either. Oof. Well, my car was stolen. Was that last year or was it the year before? Holy cow, I can't remember. Time flies. I think it was last year. I'm still shocked I got it back the same day. How did I get it back? The cops found it, not too far from where I live. Basically, like, I think I got super lucky, and the people who broke into my car were just, like, joyriders, as opposed to professional car thieves. I have a Hyundai Elantra, so it had a pretty significant security flaw that makes it very easy to steal. One by one brick there. Old VWs are notorious to have their doors frozen shut during winter. Guess what happened to your mine? The motor for central locking system kept the doors shut forcefully due to all the locks being frozen by the cold. Wow. Still, sucks to have had to get that repaired. At least insurance would probably take care of that. I would hope. Did they not even, like, climb in through the window to get the CD player or something? I guess there were shards of glass. That might be unpleasant. Could have done a Death Wish thing and then gone out there when they were breaking into it and been like, what's the problem? And then blown them away. Death Wish is stupid. Alright. There's one by one. Okay, so we go there. So we get the, this sticking out very slightly. I am not sure if there is anything that's going to hold that in place. The only door in your car that kept freezing shut was the front passenger door, and that's where they tried to get in. I think they smashed the other window out of anger because they also scratched the paint. So it wasn't even that the door freezing really prevented you from using your car, because it was the passenger side, right? That is pretty funny. Okay, that is there. Oh, that probably, yeah. The rail plate, the 1x2 rail plate in there keeps the light sticking out a little bit. Okay, and this goes on right there. And this goes on right there. Okay, so this is going to be at an angle. Okay, so this is going on right there. This is going in right there. There we go. Okay. Oh, I bet we're going to turn this slightly at some point as well. Alright, we're going to make the other side now. You had a heater inside the car and you used it if you needed to be somewhere? Just not that night? Like, the heater would always run, or what? I mean, I imagine not. Going the distance tonight? I mean, there's one bag left. This was going to be just a one-night build. Two by three there. I mean, I'm glad I didn't choose something a little bit larger. I have been pretty tired lately. Like, I really felt myself dragging on Monday night. I was surprised at how much. we go. This is going to be the rear fender wheel well portion. Alright. I do like these 1x4 round end plates. It's nice to get more of those. Okay, turn it around. There we go. That goes in right there. Slide that in so that it's flush as possible. Where are... oh, they're over here. Funny D&D magic item, the Shield of Fireballs, where every time the shield is equipped to is hit, the shield has a chance of casting a fireball targeting the area where the equipped person is standing. GIF would love that. There's a gauntlet of Tammuz, which is considered a sacred relic by the GIF. And it's basically a gauntlet that if you punch something, it explodes. Like, the gauntlet's fine. But every time you punch something, it explodes right in front of you. So you have to be quite the sturdy GIF to survive that, but... they do love that. Home parking lots in Finland have electrical outlets with egg timers for heating cars. Set the desired time and it runs for 2 hours typically, so you have a warm car when you leave to work in the morning. Oh, I get it, okay. Normally they're meant for engine blocks only, so the car will start, but parts shops sell small heaters that also will heat the inside of the car. Got it. It's a pretty nice convenience. I can understand why that might be a thing in Finland. Being that it does get a little chilly in winter there. Explosives are joy for GIF, yes. And GIF are indeed fun. Highly recommend playing one if you're ever in a Spelljammer campaign. Okay, so get that there. Get that on there. There we go. I think they're just not trying very hard, Wolfon. Reminds you of a story in Diablo 2 where a barbarian charged at an aura enchanted enemy only to realize that its aura deals counter damage and die immediately from it. I mean, I do have something on Maribel in Dragon Quest VII where every time something attacks her, it takes that amount of damage back. That is quite fun. How much bits to give the that shield of fireballs to one of the Spelljammer party members? Oh, that would not be a bits thing. Besides, they don't have a gift in the party anymore. Besides, I've already done all kinds of fun things, like, Aker wanted a holy sword, so I gave him one that's intelligent, and then one of the first things he does is pisses it off. I mean, you can't beat that. Alt only gives items to troll players. I most definitely give other items. Also, Laftel was complaining about the intelligent bastard sword that he got. Him being the only one who can use it, which is not my fault. There we go, get that there. And that there. Alright, spare parts. We got a black friction pin, black 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, clear 1x1 cylinder tile, dark blue 1x1 quarter cylinder tile, and a black 1x1 cylinder plate with bar. I will note that evil intelligence swords are a great way to power up enemies without giving players more things that they can use. Alright, airplane window right there for some reason. That goes right there. One by two brick with center clip. They are painful to grab, yes. But it's not really that. Like, that's more of a minor element of it. It's much more the fact that they're powerful things. Like, if you give the enemies a potion, they don't manage to use the potion, then the players can get that potion. If you give the enemies a wand, unless the enemy uses up all the charges, then the players can get that wand afterwards. a lawful evil or a chaotic evil sword, not so much. Not so much. They're not going to be using that. Oh, it's definitely illegitimate. Okay, now for the trunk. Like, if you want to haste an enemy, if you want to have a hasted enemy warrior, but you don't want to, like, have it be a situation where the an enemy spellcaster has to get it or give them a potion, just have them at the magic item do haste. The evil weapon. Oh, I know. And then the players can get XP for destroying it. It's almost 5 a.m. You should really go to bed. All right, Wolfon, thank you very much for hanging out for so long, so late. Have a good rest of your night. Really do appreciate it. I, too, am tired. All right, 2 3x3s. There's the curved slope with printing, and it has the Cobra symbol on it. And these are standard slopes. Not the curved end ones. There we go. Alright, license plate on the back that I am not putting the sticker on. There we go. Okay, a 1x1 tile here. And a 1x2 slope, and a 1x1 plate. This is, I think, going to be the opening for that part. Notice how only the driver gets the roll bar. Passenger just gets their head crushed if there's a rollover. There we go. Curved slope there, and curved slope there. Two L bar with stop. There we go. So it has some extra support there. Trying to figure out exactly where the best angle is. Probably there. Okay, some flowers here and here. There and there. Curved slopes in here. Hey, have you been hankering for CK2? Yeah, give it a shot again. Play it some more. It is always fun. Okay, 1x3 there. Well, not in CK2. Yeah, Norse would probably be the easiest pagan religion to do it. I'd imagine. I don't know, I don't think I've done that before. Well, I guess some of the Baltic ones would work too. There we go. Okay, I think this is the gas cap back there. Then up here, we get for the front axles. Some axle pins. Get our tires out. Okay, so this is going to be the exterior, that's going to be the interior. So there we go, get that there. Dang it. Yeah, I guess I'd do that. Get these tires on. Okay, now for the front. little bit of dust in there. Yeah, I could drive with just one wheel, right? Yeah, that's fine. And then we get... There we go. Alright. So tires are on now. We do the hubcaps, which we're using these... basically, it's a windshield element in a solid color. But it's actually kind of neat because it's sloped. It slopes down to the back. So you can actually get some interesting angles with some stuff. Get that right on there. That one right on there. I guess we don't turn that. Alright. I thought we were going to turn that slightly, but apparently not. Get that on there. And that on there. Alright. Okay. This is a spare 13L pneumatic tube. Actually, not pneumatic tube. That is a flex tube. My mistake. So a gold 1x2 tile on the bottom. Gold non-lightsaber double-ended bars. So a bit of a trophy. A trophy is included to represent the car's many race victories. So it uses a gold roller skate as the car. That's kind of cute. And then we make a toolbox. Let's get out all of the tools. See which ones we actually end up putting inside. Okay, so we get the actual wrench that has the moving end. Not actually sure what the name of that one is. We get a screwdriver. Get the socket wrench, or crescent wrench. Get the small hammer, rock hammer, clearly a rock hammer. And the other socket wrench, right there. See if I can figure out a way to get them all to fit in here. And get this thing closed. There we go. And a telephone handle as the top. The highest reported sale price of a Shelby Cobra is $13.8 million, a record attributed to none other than the first Cobra ever made. Okay, so spare parts. We have a red 1x1 plate flower, gold roller skate, dark gray friction half pin, gray tap, a gray saucer, which is actually, I'm going to set that aside for a second, because that's actually kind of nice. 2L bar with stop. And then from the tool set, we get two of the those lug wrenches for changing tires, 2 oil cans, 2 power drills, 1 screwdriver, 1 hammer, 1 wrench, and 1 crescent wrench. So pretty nice. Pretty nice to get all those extra tools. I do like that, actually. All right, but we also have a teacup and saucer in gray. Because we use the teacup for one of the wing mirrors, and the saucer for what I think is the gas cap. So we have a matching set. That's pretty fun. I mean, it's not that tiny. See? Perfect size for a minifig. Yeah, perfect size to go with some breakfast soup. Oh yeah. Okay, then we open up the trunk, put in the toolbox, the trophy, realize that the lid does not close with both of those in it. No, that is not going to close with both of them in it. All right. Gets to go on the seat then. It's the passenger. And the hood opens as well. So you can see the engine block. The door's open, but I got to be careful to not break it, break the hinge section. So they don't open very far. They do not open very far. But yeah, this is really nice. This would go really nice next to the Corvette as well. Like, sit this on a shelf next to the Corvette. I think they would look really nice next to each other. I do have the Corvette still made. It's not really accessible right now, though. So it's on a shelf with stuff in front of it. So you can turn the wheel. It's kind of hard to actually get to that steering wheel. It's easier to just do this. Alright. That was coming off. Oh yeah, no, that comes out of the socket pretty easy. But yeah, this is it's pretty nice. I do like the look of it. And I will definitely keep it together long enough to, at least long enough to build the Ford Mustang, which has a very similar livery and is also the base of the GT500. All right, but with that complete, it is time for us to do some minifigs. So, Series 7. Alright, D6. That is a 2, so we're going over here. D20. 18. I'm not sure that there's 18 on that side. 1. Alright. Very first one. Alright, let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. Alright, so 1 for Bahamut. That would be the Olympic swimmer. 16 for Nadaroge AI. That would be the Little Red Riding Hood. Let's see what I get. 12. So that is the programmer. Tonight's initial guess is a Minotaur Racecourse lap marker painter. Ayugra gets a 7. That would be Evil Knievel. Sit back in my chair so that my back doesn't complain as much. Crack it a little bit, you know. I do like the lines of the hood. I think that the curve they got going on that is really nice. A terrible Leonin race car advertiser. Well, he's not going to be one for long if he's terrible at it. Alright, let me get my timer up. Okay, timer is all ready to go. Get your predictions in. 30 seconds remaining. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? So we haven't gotten quite a few of these yet. The bunny would be good for spring because it's springtime. All right, just a few seconds remaining. Timer is all ready, and okay, predictions are closed. And go. All right, let's see what we got. There are some legs. There is some hair. And, okay, that's not helping me too much. Oh, I think I know. All right. 27.65. I think we have the... Oh, wait, no, it's definitely not that guy, I think. I think it's actually Evil Knievel, then. Watch me get it wrong. That's neither. Let's see. Aha, yes. That's correct. All right, Evil Knievel. Let's mark him down. That's our second one. Okay, choose the outcome. That is 20 to 50 seconds. Complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? Lord Kane is getting all the hams. Bahamut and Kinshir going for within 20 seconds. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Roger C4 Wilco and Lel Bunny going for no. You should have a motorcycle, though. He does have a white cape, though. I'm not sure if there are other white capes out there. You know what? Let's give him the frightened expression. And a trans dark blue... Wow, that does not seem to lift up very easily. It's weird. Well, it's not actually Evel Knievel. Alright, let's zoom in on him. Right there. With the visor up, visor down. And he has a hairdo. A little curl there. Okay. We got him marked off. Okay. So, next... Series 10. Could get a Mr. Gold. It is theoretically possible. Alright, 6, so we're going here. There's more than 12. 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, where's Mr. Gold? Super rare. We're not going to get a Mr. Gold, though. That is not going to happen. Alright, let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. Alright, my dice say 1, the librarian. Alright, 7 for Nadaroge Eye, that would be the bee girl. For guess 2, it's a Minotaur rum runner turned race car driver. Iogre got a 9, that would be the paintballer. So get your predictions in. Got about a minute to go. Go ahead and reset that. Alright, so what have we not gotten? We have not gotten the parachuter. We've not gotten the sea captain, and we have not gotten the influencer. So there's only 3 left to get. I'm not going to keep opening all of them, expecting to get a Mr. Gold, because Mr. Gold is not in there. All right, 5 for Bahamut. That would be the Mohican. I mean, if I did like get a Mr. Gold in here, I would definitely show it off. But I don't think we will. A Leonin low-key detective? Like Loblo? Alright. And predictions are closed. Alright. And go. What do we got? What do we got? What is... Okay. 9.16, we got the clown. I should check them all for Mr. Gold and then give it away as a gift for to the best AI watcher. I mean, there's no Mr. Gold in that box. Alright, it is indeed the clown. Alright, let's choose that prediction. Also, let me go ahead and mark that one down. We got our second one. That was within 20 seconds because that was 9.16. Complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? Nuclear Jackal, a Bahamut, and a Kinshi are getting all the hams. Very nice. Lord Canis going for 20 to 50. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Iagra and Lel Bunny going for no. Having no faith in me. Nuclear Jackal getting a nice chunk of hams out of that. That is for sure. He is a sad clown. I do love this this hat. It's not dual molded. It's printed, but it is pretty cool. Zoom in on him. No back printing, that's okay. Okay, I did mark him down. All right. And finally, we have Series 28. All right, D6. All right, 1. So once again, we're going on to the left-hand column. D10. 2. Oop, nope. That would be 2. Okay. And then let's get another one to slide on in here. There we go. Put that away. And start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig box? Let me go ahead and get our weights available. Get out my D12. Alright, so, we have not gotten the frog, the Dalmatian, or the parrot yet. Those are the 3 that we are missing. 6 for Bahamut. That would be the koala. You'll need to roll again because we have no more koalas. 8 for Sobek. That would be the crocodile. Let these 2 drive the car. They can't even reach the pedal. Can't even reach the pedals. Knight's final guess is a Minotaur branded waffle mix maker. Waffle mix maker? Go with 8. All right. So that is the crocodile. So I will shake it and make a guess, then I will roll it, then I will weigh it, and we will see if any of those are correct. Go ahead and get my scanner up. I am going to be going out on Friday to try to get a couple of the new set. I need to get the frog to stay in the theme of jumping around. I don't think these clowns jump around, though. They're sad French clowns. I think it's a different thing. Alright, just a few seconds remaining. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack box thingy? And predictions are closed. Alright, let's see. Am I hearing more than one piece roll around? Definitely hearing multiple pieces. Is there anything big? Does feel like there's something kind of big. I'm gonna go with the peacock then. So that's my guess. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. 4. That would be the monkey. Now let's weigh it. 17.58, so it's definitely not the peacock. Could it be the parrot? No, it cannot be the parrot. 17.58. So, the bunny and the dolphin. It's pretty close to the dolphin. So I think I'm going to go with the dolphin. Some of these have been pretty far off. I used a different box to weigh them. But I'm going to say dolphin. All right, let's see. But I will not be surprised if it is the rabbit. It's the cute bunny costume. All right. I was hearing some extra things roll around, but it is the bunny, so that is going to be no. We'll open it up just to make sure. And indeed, it is the bunny. All right, choose a prediction. That is no. Complete that prediction. Who is getting all of the hams? Lel Bunny and Roger C4 Wilco getting all the hams. Kinshir and Shield of Hope going for yes with weight. Lord Canis going for yes with die roll. And Bahamut going for yes with guess. Alright, let's go ahead and mark off the bunny. Okay, so now I know if I hear things rolling around, something a little bit big, probably go for the bunny. Although, there's only one more bunny in here. Only one more bunny. Better than Cat Boo. Are you sure? Are you sure? All right, cute bunny. I do love the ear there. Little tail printed on the back as well. And we got child legs. Okay. And that is going to be where we wrap things up for tonight. I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back on Friday to build something else. What that will be, you will have to tune in and find out. I want to thank you guys for coming on out, and I shall see you next time. See you then, everyone.